Well, everyone, one of the questions that I had kind of asking myself recently was why did Apple put iOS 15 on the iPhone 6s? Like why did they do that? Based on everything that I heard, well, not even heard, based on everything that I saw historically from Apple, it didn't seem like Apple was going to put iOS 15 on the iPhone 6s. So why is this a big deal? Well, it's obviously a big deal because Apple, this was the first time they actually allowed an iPhone to get 6 full OS updates. Before we've gotten like with the iPhone 5s and iPhone 6, these things have been getting security updates for about 2 years now, which is crazy. So it's crazy for me to see a phone that came out in 2015 to still get updates. Like the 6s is not going to get outdated until next year in 2022. So that is a crazy thing. But why did Apple do this? Well, there's two different ways to look at this. I think it's a great thing. I think it's amazing. And I think the main reason why they did this, in this specific case was mostly because, iOS 15 wasn't that crazy of an update. And I think that's, it just makes sense. I don't think that, I just think that, when you have an update that's not that crazy or monumental of a change, then it's probably okay to keep supporting all your other devices. We saw this kind of like with iOS 12 as well. We thought iOS 11 was going to be the last update for the iPhone 5s. But it ended up getting iOS 12, which was a really good update. In this specific case, I kind of see iOS 15 being like an iOS 12. No crazy features added, just kind of like the normal stuff, and essentially that's really it. So I guess we'll see what happens in the future, but I think that's the main reason why they put it on here. Wasn't that crazy big of an update. But going on with that, I kind of think that Apple's probably going to keep this 6-year life cycle for all their devices, maybe even longer. So the iPhone 7, it may not end off with iOS 15, maybe it'll go to iOS 16 and it'll signify this new 6-year life cycle for these devices. When you have a phone and you buy it the first time, you can expect to have a totally different device by the end of that 6-year life cycle. And that is something that is so important to keep in mind. And that's why Apple just, wins every single time, is because they support their devices. But another reason, it's not always like, oh, Apple's looking out for the consumer all the time. And obviously they are, in my opinion. I think the main thing why they're doing this here as well is mostly because with every single update, if you've been kind of paying attention, probably even since like the AirPods came out, there's been probably even before the AirPods came out, to be honest, there always seems to be something where Apple adds some type of new subscription thing, or they add this new thing where you can actually go ahead and give them money, and then, it's like a monthly type of thing. I think this time around it was iCloud Plus, which is essentially, it's still the same thing as really iCloud, but just a new name. And there's a ton of other things they always mention. Last year was like Fitness Plus and all these things, and I'm cool with it. I think it's actually really cool. And they probably saw that a lot of people still own an iPhone 6s, 6s Plus, and iPhone SE. So they're like, hey, why are we going to unsupport these devices when we can just push out this update, add some new subscription models here and there, and that's essentially it. I feel like a lot of users who actually use iCloud Plus may be users who have less storage on their device. And I think Apple sees this, and that's why they keep supporting all these older devices, so then they can go ahead and keep, making these subscriptions and keep tapping into those older iPhone users so they can still pay them a monthly fee. That's really the only other reason why I think they do this. I think mostly they do it because they want to support their devices longer, and it totally makes sense. But also iOS 15, not that crazy of an update, so it made sense to support it on the iPhone 6s and iPhone SE. But it is surely crazy that Apple, but I really hope the iPhone 7 at least gets iOS 16, and I hope iOS 16 is a massive redesign, to be honest. So that essentially covers it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. More importantly, everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.